testing. Hi student, thanks for waiting. First thing I want to apologize about the live streaming title because just now I realized I totally forget to change the title. Yeah, so this is public class. This is not the member only. Yeah, this public class is for everyone. So anyways, thanks for waiting. Thanks for my moderator Kelvin to come here to help me out and to let me know about this. Right, so I was thinking since since was I a member? No, yeah, today is a public class. The member one is on Thursday. Okay, so let's begin. This is a paper 2. I'm not sure I can finish the whole paper by today or not, but I hope at least I can finish the section A and B. So yeah, today gonna be a long section. Yep, let's begin. Simultaneous normally is not that bad. So first thing is this equation, I prefer divide 2 first, make it look simple a bit. Minus x minus 5. So this is my first equation. This is my second equation. Definitely I will sub 1 into 2, right? Substitution. Okay, so this is 2 minus x minus 5 square plus x equals to 5. I hope I don't make any kind of mistake. Yeah, but actually today I got a bit sick, so this is the reason why yeah, I worry I make kind of mistake. But anyway, yeah, this is not an excuse. So let's do it. This is 10x plus 25. If anyone find my mistake, do let me know. I realize this is quadratic, so I move the 5 to the other side to get negative 5. Alright, so MF is the last paper, right? If not mistaken, MH is on something like March of 13, so it's still like have few more months. Yeah, I guess after Chinese New Year should have more students will come to join. Normally like 1 month before, yeah, should have a lot of students, but now maybe not that much. Right, so this is 21x plus 45 equals to 0, and this one I want to get 21. Okay, wait, I have a just let me reply a message, I'm sorry. Okay, so yep, so this one I will try 9 and 5 maybe. But can I get 25? 9 is 18. No. Then 45 divide by 13. Can I divide by 13? No. 45. What is the factors? Yeah, I can be 3 and 15. 3 and 15. Yeah, 3 and 15 can do 21. Okay, so it's plus for both. Then x is negative 15 over 2, and x is negative 3. So yep, then you want to find y, right? Sub back to the first equation. Y equals to negative x and then minus 5. So this one will be 15 over 2 minus 5. What do you get? Minus 5 over 2, right? If not mistaken. So this is negative 3 minus 5. This is negative 2. Right, so this is how we get the x and y answer. Simultaneous, this is not so much of MF. This is more like the algebra 5 mark. It's sort of the bonus mark unless you make any kind of mistake. Like I say, yeah, you can try to sub in the values into it, see whether you get a correct answer or not. Yeah, always want to do a double checking. Alright, so number 2a, proof. So for cotangents, well, never mind. I will start from the left hand side. So for cotangent square x over 1 plus cotangent square x, 2 mark only, so I guess I will change the 1 plus cotangent square x into the cosecant square x, isn't it? This is sine, this is cos, this is tangent, this is cotangent. Yeah, so yeah, middle is 1, right? So yeah, so this is cosecant. Yeah, correct. So yeah, it's cosecant square x. Yeah, I just doubt myself for 1 second. I'm not sure what happened to me. Okay, cotangent is cos square x over sine square x, isn't it? Then for cosecant square is 1 over sine square, isn't it? So sine square and sine square I cut, I got cos square x. Okay, proven. Because they asked us to prove, we actually will get this one. So yeah, this is how we prove. 2 mark only. It shouldn't be too difficult. This one, quite easy. Alright, done. Then sketch the graph. So we want to sketch this graph and then we need to draw a straight line, it's not mistaken, to find the number of solutions, isn't it? Yeah, as usual. So you realize this one and this one is exactly the same, right? So I'm going to sub the cos square x into it. Okay, so y equals to 2 over cos x. Here I will sub in cos square x plus 1. 0 to 2 pi. Okay, cool. So cos x and cos x are simplified. This is y equals to 2 cos x plus 1. This is a simple cos graph. Quite easy to sketch, isn't it? So yeah, so we will draw the 1 first. Maybe 1 is somewhere here. Then here we'll need to plus 2 because the amplitude is 2, right? Plus 2 and minus 2. So plus 2 you will get to maximum 3, minimum is -1, isn't it? So my cos graph is 1 cycle only, right? Because cos x. So yeah, 1 cycle should be quite easy. So I'm going to draw as nice as possible. So this one should be 2 pi. Half of it, this one should be pi. Half again, this one should be pi over 2. Half again, this one should be 3 pi over 2. Okay, so the maximum will be 3. Minimum will be -1. Okay, so yeah, this is my x, this is my y. Done. Okay, then we have a equation. Okay, so this one is exactly same with the top one, but top one got plus 1, isn't it? So this one I can simplify it, become 2 cos x, right? Okay, then I need the plus 1, so I will just plus 1 at my left hand side. At the same time, I plus 1 at my right hand side. I don't want to use same color lah. A lot of students will get confused. So why suddenly we can plus 1? We can plus 1 for both sides. Okay, why I want to plus 1? Because I want to get y. Because this is y, right? Do you see? My y is 2 cos x plus 1. Without a plus 1, I have no y. If I have no y, there's no way I draw the straight line. Get the idea? So this is y equals to x over pi. Okay, I need 2 coordinates. Prefer 0 first, 0, 0. Then if this is 2 pi, pi and pi cut, you get 2, isn't it? You can sub into the equation. So I should have 2 coordinates. One is 0, 0, 2 pi at 2. Somewhere here. So you're going to use the ruler to draw. Number of solution is 2. So number of solution is 2. Okay. So far so good. Trigonometry function. Quite a lot of mark, right? It's 3, 3, 2, 8 mark questions. But like what I say, I think this one is a bit too easy. Normally I see a lot of K mark question can be a lot harder than this. But anyway, this one is also a good practice for most of the students. Alright, simple integration, I guess. Okay, I want to integrate from 0 to 1 fx. I will insert my fx, which is d dx 3x squared minus x. Alright, so I say many times, when integration meet d dx, we can simplify, right? Because why? Because this is y, I differentiate. Then I get dy dx, right? But, or I use fx, maybe I use fx easier to explain here. Then I get f prime x, right? So if I integrate back, then I will get back the fx. So therefore, you can see this one is going this direction. Integration is going backward, isn't it? So this is the reason when they meet each other, you're going to like compensate it. Okay, so Yeah, I also quite surprised this year MRSM is not as hard as last few years. Yeah, but anyways, okay, so this one I will assume I integrate already. So I literally copy back the same thing, 0 and 1 here. Sub the 1, 3 minus 1, sub the 0 is 0. So answer is 2. Like, very easy. I think maybe it's a bonus mark here. Okay, this one need to think a little bit. The gradient function of a curve is 3x minus h. So the tangent to the curve at this point, and this tangent also cut the x-axis at this point. Find the equation of curve. So yeah, I believe you should have a quadratic graph. You should have something like this. Okay, so right now you have a tangent line. This tangent line going to cut the curve at one point, definitely. Very hard to draw a nice tangent. Okay, let's say this is a tangent. So they cut the curve at 7.5, and then at the same time it cut at the x-axis at 3.75. So all of us know about the meaning of gradient of tangent, right? Because if I can get this one, which is a gradient of tangent, it will have the same gradient with the curve at this point, isn't it? Because at this specific point, dy dx will equal to the gradient of tangent. So right now what I want to do is I want to find gradient of tangent. So gradient of tangent is y, this coordinate is called what? 3.75 minus comma 0, right? So minus 0 over 5 minus 3.75. You can use a calculator. I guess it's 6, isn't it? 7 over 1.25. Stop. 7.5. 7.5. Yeah, it's 6. Okay, so I know the gradient of tangent is equal to 6. So therefore, I know dy dx will equal to 6, isn't it? Since tangent will have the same gradient with the curve at specific point. So therefore, dy dx is this one, isn't it? This is the gradient function, dy dx equals to 6. So therefore, I can have a h equation. H should equals to 3x minus 6, isn't it? Okay, so yep, then I will move on to form the equation of the curve. So in order to do the equation of curve, we will integrate the dy dx, isn't it? So what am I doing? Equals to 6. Am I not finding h? I want to find h. Yeah, I want to find h. I haven't found it. Yeah, for gradient of tangent equals to 6, right? When x equals to 5, right? I can plug in both things. So this one is dy dx equals to gradient of tangent when x equals to 5. So I forget to sub the 5 into the x here. So this one should be 15 minus 15 minus 6 is 9 is a h. So therefore, my dy dx is 3x minus 9. Now only I find the gradient of the find the equation of the curve. So equals to integrate dy dx, right? I say this is how you find the equation of the curve. Then you will get integrate 3x minus 9 for my y. So my y should be 3x squared over 2 minus 9x plus c. So how to find the c value is you will need to insert the coordinate into it. So what is my coordinates here? 5 and 7.5. 7.5 equals to 3. 5 squared over 2 minus 9, 5 plus c. Yep, so kind of need to solve this one to get what is c, isn't it? So 7.5 minus fraction 3 times 25 over 2 plus 45. So it's 50. Yep, then we got the equation of the curve, which is y equals to 3 over 2x squared minus 9x plus 50. So this is my equation of the curve. When do I write the dx after writing the gradient function? Why why everyone is still like oh you mean here we should write a dx here, isn't it? Yeah. you want to write a dx can, but in SPM they are not so emphasized over here. So basically what the dx here is just telling you that yeah, you can start to do the integration when it's in terms of x lah. But when you go to the higher level like A level, right, they will find a way to sub the dx into u and make the whole thing more complicated in the higher level. But in SPM, if you ask me, if you forget to write dx with lowest mark, I think maybe it's fine. Alright, so let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is sort of the K-bar question, but not super hard, but you need to kind of read a little bit. So you can see the diagram 1A show a wave form after bed is dropped into a river. So the diagram 1B actually show the plan of the wave front form on the surface of the river. So both type of the wavelength form a geometric progression. So yeah, so basically you can see you sort of have some different length here, like the T1, T2, T3 and so on. So it's given that sum of the wavelength from the source toward the deep water. So right now, because A, they want to calculate the waveform toward deep water. This one is toward the deep water. And then B, they want to do when toward the bank. Okay, this is toward the bank. So yeah, we have a look at toward the deep water first. Okay, so they want to find, they give us this equation, and then they want to find the first wavelength. We know first we have Sn, we can easily find A, right? A equals to S1. So we just need to substitute the value into it. 5 over 2 plus 3, 2 power of 0 minus 1, isn't it? 1 minus 1 is 0, so it's 5 over 2 is A. Done. Then if you want to find the common ratio, we need to find T2, the second term. So we would find S2 first. So the S2 is the first term plus second term, isn't it? So it's 5 over 2 plus 3, 2 power of 1 minus 1. So this one should be 1. So plus 3, this is 6, 11 over 2. So we know S2 actually is like first term plus second term together, S2, isn't it? So therefore, we already have first term. So therefore, like this, I can get my second term, isn't it? So 11 over 2 minus 5 over 2. So I get 6 over 2, which is 3. So then I can get my common ratio. Common ratio is the second term divided by first term, isn't it? So which is 3 over 5 over 2. So the answer should be 6 over 5. Okay, or 1.2 . So this is how we get the common ratio if the Sn is given. So remember, if in the exam they are giving the question give you the Sn, which is the sum of the first n term, you can easily find the first term by sub 1 into the n, and then you can find the second term also. But it's more step lah. You need to find S2 first, and then once you get F2, you minus the A, then you can get T2. So after you get T1 and T2, you can find either common difference or common ratio. Okay, so I hope this 4 mark is like not too hard for you to get it. Okay, for B, so they give us something like this: 9T4 equals to 10T5. And the first wavelength from the source toward the river bank is 1 centimeter. So that means, if you see carefully, this one is like toward the bank one. So here they actually is toward the river bank. So they are like 1, and then they actually become shorter and shorter and shorter, right? You should be able to see is actually the length of it is decreasing, right? Okay, so this is why they give you this equation, because this equation you can make it into the 9 over 10 equals to T5 over T4, right? But why T5 over T4 is important? If you learn about common ratio, you should know this is the Tn plus 1 over Tn, right? So therefore, when T5 over T4, this one basically is R. So your R is basically 0.9 or 9 over 10. Okay, so, and then we have an A. So first wavelength is 1, right? So they ask you to find the total distance of the wavelength when the wave front stop forming. So you can see they will keep on forming shorter and shorter, right? Until certain time, it will actually stop. Basically, you cannot see any wave over there. So therefore, of course, here some students were trying to do so is it possible to find Tn equals 0? Because this is geometric progression, right? If you try to do this, right, you will have some problem. Because when AR power n minus 1 equals 0, right? Okay, this is A is 1, this is 0.9 power n minus 1 equals 0. But then this question is unsolvable. Because why? In order to find n, right, you need to add the log for both sides. But we can't do log 0. Because log 0 is math error. So because of this, if you don't believe me, I can show you lah. Log 0 is math error. So therefore, in the mathematical way, we will just think, yeah, it will never equal 0. It will become a super small, so it can never equal 0. So therefore, we will need to do sum to infinity. Yes, I guess a lot of you able to guess it. So we need to do sum to infinity. This is a reason why. Because some students will think stop actually mean the wavelength doesn't exist, right? So is it possible I find Tn equals 0? If you're trying to do that, you will stuck somewhere because there's no way you solve it. So therefore, in this case, remember when your r is between -1 and 1, and you want to find Sn, you always find sum of infinity lah. Is -1 to 1. So this is A over 1 minus r, right? A over 1 minus r. So it's 10 centimeter. Okay, so this is how we actually find all the wavelength, add up together, you will get 10 centimeter. Okay, especially you will just imagine as if the last term is extremely small. That means you're trying to imagine the last wavelength is extremely small until you can totally ignore it. Then we will do sum to infinity. They are always linked one. Okay? Yeah, if you can get sum to infinity, this question shouldn't be too hard for you. Okay. Number 5. The diagram 2 actually show a point Q that move along the circumference of the circle with the center S. So the straight line 2x equals to y minus 3 is a tangent to the circle at the point B and intersect y-axis at the point A. Alright, we have almost everything. So y equals to 2x plus 3, right? Which is equation of this straight line. The S is the image of the point P under the reflection of that line, that tangent line. So okay, so point P, B and S are collinear. Alright, a lot of information. So supposedly, I guess we should have another similar circle here. I try to make it as similar as possible lah. Okay, you try to imagine we should have some make it smaller a little bit. Okay, we should have something like this because they say it's an image and then reflection at the line the y equals to 2x plus 3. And then same thing, they give us a very good news is they say they are collinear, right? So basically, means what? Means actually B is the midpoint of PS, isn't it? Make sense? So therefore, by understand this logic, I will just find a coordinate S. Okay, so x minus 2 over 2 equals to 2. And then y plus 9 over 2 equals to 7. Okay, so solve this one quickly. 6, 14, 5. Okay, so I got the coordinate S here is 6, 5. I'm doing the midpoint formula. It's nothing very special here. Okay, after I got the coordinate S already, because my objective is I want to find the equation of the locus Q. So I need to know the distance of S to B, because for the locus Q, I know I know that the SB is always equals to the radius, right? The certain distance R, because this one is the R, right? Over here also R, you can see no matter go where also the same radius, right? So this is the reason why right now I want to find what's the length of the radius. So once I can get the length of a radius, I can use the distance formula to find the equation of locus. Okay, so I want to find the length of SB first. So distance of SB, so equals to square root, I would say 6 minus 2 square plus 5 minus 7 square. So this is 4, 16 plus 4 square 20, right? 4 square 16, 62 square 4. Yeah, square root 20. Okay, so right now I know R equals to square root 20. Now I can find the equation of locus. Let me write my S here, 6, 5. Okay, I need some space here. So since I need to use the Q, because they want to find locus Q, so I can say SQ must always equals to square root 20. Okay, no matter, because locus is sort of the moving point, right? Basically mean Q can be any side at the circumference, isn't it? Q can be any side here. So, but from S to Q is always square root 20, right? It's understandable, right? Things like this. So, Q is this one, S is 6, 5. So therefore, I will use the distance formula again. So x minus 6 square plus y minus 5 square equals to square root 20. Okay, so I will just get rid of the square root here. So yeah, get the equation of locus. X squared minus 12x plus 36 plus y squared minus 10y plus 25. And then minus 20, right? Minus 20 equals to 0. So x squared plus y squared minus 12x minus 10y. Number is 36 plus 25 minus 20. 41 plus 41 equals to 0. Okay, this is my equation of locus here. Yeah, so equation of locus, we always use the distance formula. Yeah, you can see, because distance formula also came from the Pythagoras theorem. So you can say, yeah, locus, most of the time we can use distance formula, but sometimes we can also use the gradient formula to find the locus. Okay, so done. The 4 mark. I guess it's 4 mark, isn't it? Okay, another 4 mark here. If the straight line BS is extend to n, and then such that 3bn is 4sn, calculate the area of quadrilateral OABN. Alright, want to see where is n. Alright, since I don't think I need equation of locus anymore, so I'm going to erase everything here. Erase everything here. So BS going to extend to the n. So here Bn over Sn is 4 over 3. So Bn is 4, Sn is 3. Sbn is 4. Okay, Bs going to extend to n. Let me see. Bn is 4. Sn is 3. Oh, then n must be very far away lah. Super far away. So here is like 3 and 1, isn't it? Because yeah, S is 6, 5. Right? Yeah, you can see B to n is 4, S to n is 3. Okay, so right now we want to find the coordinate n here, x, y. So we definitely know this one, we're using the ratio formula, right? So yeah, let's do one by one. So 1 multiply the further x, which is x, plus 3 multiply the further x, which is 3 times 2, 6, divided by total ratio, 1 plus 3, 4, equals to the middle x coordinate, 6. So we do the same thing for y. 1 going to multiply the y, plus 3 going to multiply the 7, 21, divided by total ratio, equals to middle y value, 5. Yeah, by solving this one, I should be able to get the coordinate n. So x is 24 minus 6 is 18, right? This is 20 minus 21 is -1, right? Okay, so I got the coordinate n is 18 and -1. Then I can finally find the area, what OABN. Okay, so yeah, so according to the coordinate finding, n will be slightly a little bit bottom. So it actually go to the -1 already. Yeah, you just imagine n is somewhere here. Okay, okay. So then we want to find OABN. OABN. Okay, we want to find some weird shape here. It doesn't matter how the shape look like. Yeah, so OABN. Okay, still got something like this. Huh? OABN. Oh, okay, okay, okay. So basically just something like this. Yeah, we want to find this area. But it's no point of sketching it out. Just give you some idea only. Yeah, it's kind of no point on sketch out. So area OABN. So we use the half and modulus thing, right? O is 0, 0. Coordinate A will be, oh my god, what is coordinate A again? Coordinate A is when x is 0, right? Y equals to 3. So coordinate A here. Yeah, you need to sub 0 into this equation. Then you can get A is when x equals to 0, y equals to 3. So A is called 0, 3. So A you will get 0, 3. B you will get 2, 7. N you will get 18, -1. Yeah, and then repeat the first OO. Yeah, then we will do this one. Yeah, origin is 0, 0. Yeah, right. Multiply get 0, multiply get 0, multiply get -2. Then that one multiply is 0. Then minus opposite direction multiply 0. I will get 6 here. I will get 7 multiply 18. Plus 1, 2, 6. Multiply here get 0 again. So yeah. So plus 6. So 2 minus the answer. So yeah, this one divide 2, right? 65 units square. Okay, this is how we find the area one by one by using the area formula. Nothing very special. It should be quite easy and straightforward. Cool, huh? Because O is the origin, right? Yeah, just substitute everything into it. And we'll get the correct answer, 4 mark. Yeah, the important thing is trying to understand the ratio here. Once you can understand this ratio and sketch it out, then you will be fine. Okay, this one not very hard, but got a little bit complicated if you have no idea what is going on here. The diagram 3 show a circle ACB. So you should have a circle basically this one is circle ACB, center at O, and then the semicircle EAD. So you should see a semicircle here, isn't it? Center at P. So a straight line AB is tangent. Is tangent to the circle. So yep, tangent. I like the tangent because tangent trying to tell me it will be perpendicular to the center. Okay, this is what happened for tangent. And circle ACP and semicircle EAD intersect at the point A and P, obviously. Pi use 3.142 as the question mentioned. Find the, okay, it's given that the angle AOP, which is here, is 113.56. And BO minus BA is K, alright. Find the value of K and state your answer in 2 decimal places. Wow. A lot of things to do. Okay, one by one first. First thing is I want to find the radius of the circle. I will find this out. Alright, so since we have some arc length, right, so we know S equals to R theta. But we have some bad news because this theta, right, must be radian. And this one is degree, right? So I definitely don't like the degree, 113.56. I need to change to radian. Right now I change degree into the radian. So I will need to multiply pi over 180, isn't it? So 113.56 multiply 3.142 over 180. So I will get 1.9823 radian. Okay, now I can get my R right now. My S is 4.754 equals to R 1.9823. Okay, then I can get my R here, which is 4.754, divide my answer. So I should get something like 2.398. I think 3 decimals should be fine lah. 3 decimals should be fine. Okay, so I got my R now. Let me write it down. 2.398. Okay, then what I want to find is okay, because definitely later I need to know what is B to O and then B to A, because I need to minus them to get my K, right? So I need to solve this triangle. Since I already draw the 90 degree over there, all of you should know this is the right angle triangle, right? So I just need to find this angle. So 180 minus 113.56. So this is 66.44. Okay, then I want to solve the triangle thingy to get the length. Okay, so I will use the cos first. So cos 66.44 equals to adjacent, which is my R, over hypotenuse, which is the BO, right? So I can get the length of BO now. So which is 2.9398 over cos 66.44. 5.999. Can I just say it's 2 decimal, right? There, no. Should I just write a 6? Ayo, I don't like this kind of value. I write a 6, I don't care. Yeah, 6 centimeter. Okay, so right now after I got the BO equals to 6, then I want to find BA. I can do the Pythagoras, right? So I want to find BA. So BA square equals to BO square minus the AO square, right? Okay, it's kind of weird. So it basically 6 square minus 2.398 square. So 6 square minus 2.398 square. Square root answer. So it's about 5.49996, 5.5, I don't care. So K will be BO minus BA, isn't it? So it'll be 6 minus 5.5. So it's 0.5 centimeter. Okay, so done. 3 mark. Not too hard. Yeah, shaded region. This one 5 mark. Quite a lot of works need to do here. Okay, so we want to find area of shaded region. So I will just write down all the information I have. I'm not sure later I need to use or not. The radius is 2.398, and then my theta, which is my my angle AOP in radian is 1.9823, and then BO is 6, BA is 5.5. Okay, this is all the information I have right now. Erase everything. Now I want to focus at the shaded region. Okay, so in order to get the shaded region, I think okay, this line I think is a must lah. And then I will just draw one more line like this. Okay, if I draw the line like this, right, you should be able to see this one actually is a sector. And this sector center at P, isn't it? So it supposedly it should look like a sector like this, right? This is P, and then these two is the same length, right? Like PA and PD. So this is a sector. So right now, I want to use a sector minus the triangle. I want to minus out this triangle to get this small part. This one I'm going to call A1. So you can see that this is A1, to get the A1 here. Why I want to do like that? Because if I erase like this, you should be able to see another sector. Do you see a big sector like this? OAC. So we have something like this. OAC. And then we have an A1 inside here. So if I can use the OAC, the sector OAC, minus the A1, I can get an area of shaded region. Isn't it? Here got a D lah. Okay, so if you roughly know what I want to do now, so then we will start. Okay, so the first thing is I need to know what is this length. A to P. I want to find length of A to P. It will be radius of the semicircle. Okay, so since just now I have this one. What 113.56. Okay, I can find the AP is a chord of the sector, right? So it's 2r sine theta over 2. Okay, this is a chord formula. My radius just now is what is my radius again? My radius is 2.398. 2.398 sine 113.56 over 2. Okay, this is how I can get an AP. If you don't like about memorize any formula, you say, sir, normally I will draw out the right angle triangle and solve it. Yes, you can do that as well. If you prefer that way, no problem. So I sort of get something like this. Okay, so right now this one, the radius is this one, 12 centimeter. And then I want to know what is this angle, because I want to know the theta also, right? I want to know what is the angle here, right? So I want to find this theta. Since this one is a isosceles triangle, so the theta is quite easy to guess, right? So basically 180 minus 113.56 divided by 2, right? So is basically this angle here is 33.22. But since circular motion, nobody use degree here one. So 33.22 need to change to the radian. 3.142 divided by 180, isn't it? So this one is 0.5799. Okay, round off lah, 58 radian. Okay, so this is 0.58. Okay, now I got the length and I have the angle. Yeah, I should be able to find A1 now. Okay, for the second sector, this radius, what is the radius here? OA is the radius we find just now, isn't it? Isn't it? Yeah. This is 2.398. And what is the angle here? Just now 66.44, right? Do I change 66.44 in the radian? No. Now let's change again. 66.44. If I want to change, because I want to find this angle as well. So 66.44 multiply 3.142 over 180. Okay, so this one should be 1.1597. 1.16. So yeah, I got the angle for this sector also, 1.16. Alright, now I finally can do the last step. Okay, I want to find A1 first from this diagram, top diagram. So you need to find the A1, I will use the, so I write it down like area of A1 equals to the sector half r square theta 0.58 minus the triangle. That triangle shouldn't be too hard, right? Half AB sine C lah. So we half A will be 2.398. B is the same thing, right? Sine 113.56. Okay, now I can get the A1 by type everything into the calculator. Please don't make carry mistake or else this question going to need a lot of time to redo. Okay, this is 2.032 centimeter square. Okay, but this is not a shaded region, huh? So in order to find area of shaded region, I will need to use this sector minus A1, isn't it? Sector is half R square theta 1.16 minus the area of A1, which is 2.032. Okay, so 1 over 2 multiply 2.398 square multiply 1.16 minus 2.032. Yep, I got 1.30. Does the question say how many decimal? Not for this question, so yeah, add one more, 343 centimeters square. Okay, so yep, this is how we get the 5 mark, a loss of work needed from this diagram. You need to analyze and cut it like part by part, and you want to know which part you actually need it. Yeah, and then you minus it. Done. Okay. Yeah, we're going to break for like 2 minutes. Okay, then we will continue the question 7. Maybe we will do until 9 or 10. Okay, so we still have a few more questions to go. I'll see you guys later. Alright, let's continue. Yep, I hope can finish most of the questions so that next live I no need to cover so much. Yeah. Alright, so over here, what they want us to find the coordinate of E. Okay. Find the value of M. Okay. Let's find E first. We know the coordinate E basically is intersection of two coordinates. What am I talking about? Coordinate E is intersection of two lines. So I already have the equation of CD. I believe they give us, right, equation of CD. So yep, and then I want to find the equation of AB, and then I sub into each other. So let's find about equation of AB first. So I want to find the gradient of AB. So it's negative y-intercept over x-intercept, right? So it's 1, negative 1. And then the C is a y-intercept, right? 2. Y equals to negative x plus 2. So this one is an equation of AB. So once I find the equation of AB already, I sub into the equation of CD, then I can find the coordinate E. Okay, so I will need to sub this one back into the equation bottom. So negative 3x plus square root 2y, y is negative x plus 2 equals to 1. Alright, so obviously we need to solve this one to get y is x, because this is a third question now. They join the third question with the coordinate geometry. So this is how you need to do. Negative 3x minus sub 2x plus 2 sub 2 equals to 1. Alright, I've changed everything to the positive lah. So this is 3x plus 2 plus sub 2x. So yeah, so I factorize out the x. I keep on swap. I hope the student won't get too burning when I see I keep on move at the left and right, because I prefer everything start at the left hand side because it's easier for me to see. So over here I will just multiply a minus b, right? 3 minus sub 2. So the bottom should have about 9 minus 2. Top should be 6 sub 2 minus 6 sub 2 minus 4 minus 3 plus sub 2. Okay, so x should be 7 sub 2 minus 7 over 7. Right, nice number. So it should be sub 2 minus 1. Okay, so sub 2 minus 1, I want to write in this pattern, we'll say negative 1 plus sub 2, right? Done the x coordinate already. Now we want to do the y coordinates, so we just sub this one back into the equation here lah. So my x is negative 1 plus sub 2, isn't it? Got a negative outside the bracket. Never mind, put the negative obvious a little bit. Plus 2. Okay, so y should equals to 3 minus sub 2. Okay, so this is 3 minus sub 2. Done. This is the coordinate E. Yeah, just make sure you do the rationalize carefully. Yeah, this 5 mark not too bad. Okay, given that the distance of E to this point is 17. Okay, what is my coordinate E? Let me write again. Negative 1 plus sub 2, comma 3 minus sub 2. And with another coordinate, okay, just a random coordinate they give us, m sub 2 minus sub 2. So I want to use a distance formula, and their distance is 17. Alright, so equals to 17, right? So x minus x, so it's negative 1 plus sub 2 minus negative 1 plus m sub 2. A lot of bracket, man. Big bracket, square, plus same thing, a lot of bracket here. Oh, this one's still okay, never mind. 3 minus sub 2 minus negative sub 2, right? So plus sub 2 square. Okay, square root and square root I cancel out. This one minus 1 plus 1, so I cancel out. This one I should get I should left something like sub 2 minus m sub 2 square. Okay, so this one if I square I should get like 2 minus 4m plus 2m square. This one and this one I cut, plus 9 minus 17 equals 0. Obviously this is quadratic, right? Quite obvious this is quadratic if you see carefully. 2m square minus 4m minus 6 equals 0. Divide 2. Factorize it. M minus 3, m plus 1 equals 0. M equals to 3 or m equals to negative 1. Done. Because they asked us to find an m, right? So basically here I just use a distance formula. Make sure you minus it carefully. And then yeah, simplify and get a quadratic equation. Factorize 3 mark. Not too hard also, but a loss of cert lah, must be very careful. Yeah, number 8. It's found that the probability of the patient will experience the side effects of taking the new medication is P. So probability of side effects is P. So Q is 1 minus P now, right? So this is binomial. Obviously, this is binomial distribution. So given that the number of the patient who experience the side effect while taking the new medication have the mean of 20, variance with 16. Binomial, we all know the mean is basically NP, right? Variant is NPQ, right? So from here, I should be able to get a Q. I sub the NP back into this equation. My NP here is 20, right? 20Q equals to 16. Q equals to 16 over 20. Q equals to 4 over 5. And we want to find P, right? P is 1 minus Q. P is 1 minus 4 over 5. Is 1 over 5. Done. Okay, this is how fast I can get the P here. So yeah, I believe it's 2 mark maybe. Okay, once I get the P, I write down P is 1 over 5, Q is 4 over 5. Okay, if the 10 patients are selected at random, find a probability that exactly 3 patients will experience the side effect. Alright, let's see what is the probability that 3 patients will experience side effect. So X is the number of patients who experience side effect, so equals to 3. Formula is NCR P power of R Q power of n minus R, right? Yeah, just type everything in the calculator. I believe this one another 2 mark is sort of bonus mark if you get the idea. Okay, 0. Wow, actually it's not too good. Yeah, it's about 20% of the people will experience the side effect. If 10 people will have 3 people who is about 20%. Still okay lah, still okay. But it's fine. We find probability, we are not finding percentage. 4 mark done. Okay, B. Okay, so the diagnostic blood pressure for women in a certain districts follow a normal distribution. So this is normal distribution, which the mean is mean and standard deviation is 50. Okay, this is the parameter. Okay, so this mmHg, I believe, is a unit for doctor or nurse to measure your blood pressure one. Okay, maybe it's for the pressure of the blood lah. Okay, so if a woman is randomly selected, it's found a probability that that diagnostic blood pressure less than 72 mmHg is 0.4364. So my X is the my X should be the blood pressure for women lah. Okay, so my X is the diagnostic of the blood pressure lah. Blood pressure for women. Okay, so therefore right now they tell me the blood pressure of the woman is less than 72. We will get about 0.4364. Okay, so we need to solve this one out. Definitely we need to know what is the exact value. Okay, so the mean is not given. Okay, but I will just assume this one is X. Right now it's not doing Z. I assume 72 is somewhere here because the probability here must look like 0.4364. Okay, depending how you want to do this question. If you are using the calculator like mine, you can straight away go inverse normal to find out the exact value. So I just go into the calculator, look for inverse normal. This inverse normal is to the left hand side, right? Like I always say. So I straight away insert the value. Yeah, then I should be able to know, oh, the Z score is negative 0.16. Then Z formula is what? X minus mean over standard deviation, isn't it? So my X is 72. My mean is unknown. Standard deviation is 50. So I can get my mean is, solving this one, move around, so it will be 72 plus 0.16 times 50. Okay, so it's 80. Okay, mmHg. Okay, so what if you don't have this calculator? You say, sir, I don't have this calculator, how am I going to do? Okay, if you don't have this calculator, Because if you want to use the Z value table, the table only show the area at your right hand side. So therefore you need to do a symmetry. So you need to do a symmetry thing. Yeah, this is the Z value. You do not know. Okay, so okay, you want to think is X value also can because here we are doing X, right? But this area, because symmetry, this area is 0.4364, right? So you need to find this value from the table, and then from there the table will tell you the Z, and then from there you can find the X. Okay, so let's try it out because I also want to help the student who don't have the lattice calculator. Okay, so since this paper gonna give us the Z value table, let me write it down. I worry until I score that page, I forget the value. Okay, let's see whether the table will give us the correct value or not. Okay, because this is probability. Probability should get the value inside the diagram here. Okay, should get from inside here. Yeah, so 0.4364. Alright, it's nice, it's here. Do you see that? So what is my Z value? 0.16. 0.16, isn't it? So you just imagine, just now we have this thing. If this one calculator tell me this is 0.16 because this area, right? And the symmetry one, this is my real value, right? My real value, because this is positive, right? Because this mean is 0, if this is a Z axis. So this one, the real one must be negative 0.16, isn't it? Because it looks like a symmetry on the mean, isn't it? The middle one is called mean. Okay, so therefore this is how we get negative 0.16 if you want to use the table, but you need to understand yourself, because this table will not tell you negative value. No, you see the Z value here, or you obviously there's no way you get the negative value from the table. So how to get a negative value? You need to understand where is your real Z value. Okay, because the table can only help us to find the positive one. Sometimes it's at the positive zone, but this one obviously is at the negative zone. How do I know that? Because they tell me it's 0.4364 and X is less than it. So when this thing happen, less than must go into the left hand side. And this one is still less than 0.5. So this is the reason why I know my Z fall in the negative zone. Yeah, this one you kind of need to understand, then only you know what I'm talking about. I have some free content at my YouTube channel teach about probability distribution. Yeah, you can go to check it out to ensure you fully understand. Or you go to buy this calculator, you can straight away get the answer. Alright, so yep, we done the part 1. Okay, a special treatment will be given to a woman who have diastolic blood pressure more than 144.1. So the blood pressure more than 144.1. Find the probability of the woman managed to get the special treatment. Alright, so let's do it. So normally this thing, the first thing I will do is change it into the Z, right? So change to the Z, 144.1 need to minus the mean over the standard deviation. Okay, to find my real Z value here. 144.1 minus 80 divided by standard deviation, 50. So 1.282. Okay, this one is very simple, because if even you don't have a calculator, because this is 1.282, actually it's slightly behind a little bit. Okay, this is 1.282. So this one is your probability you want to find, isn't it? So this is bigger, this is positive, you can straight away find from the table. Okay, this one, yeah, I believe all of you know how to find 1.8282. If you don't know, you can type in the chat room and then I will teach you. So here I will use a calculator since I assume all of you know how to do. Normal CD, lower is 1.282, upper 10 power 99. Basically, I just want to type infinity. So this is 0.09992. Okay, I think I write like this. So it's about 10%. It's about 0.1. So I done the second part. Last part Hence, if 3,500 women in these districts, find the total cost of treatment if the treatment worth 150 per person. So I will need to know among the 3,500 women here, how many actually needed the treatment. So I will just multiply the probably, depend you want to round off or not. If so many 9 here, we just round off to 0.1 now. Okay, so I will multiply 0.1. So it's about 350 women will need the treatment. So if 350 no S, my grammar is so fail. if 350 women need the treatment, I don't write woman. Okay, 350 women need the treatment. Each of the treatment actually costs 150, right? So yeah, 350 times 150. So it's about 52500. Okay, this is the total money they want to spend for the treatment. Okay, if you want to be super accurate, so I don't want 0.1, I want 0.0999. Yeah, can also. So 3500 multiply 0.0999. So we have about 349. Actually, I would say about 350 people also lah. Because you round off, right? Yeah. Okay, so in the calculator, this normal PD is not in your level. When you go to a higher level, you learn statistics in like A level, you take the statistic 2, then you will learn about normal PD. Yeah, this one is not mistaken. It's called what already? Normal. P stand for what? P stand for what? C stand for cumulative distribution. Suddenly I cannot recall, but you never use PD. You never use PD because I'm not sure. Do I make a STPM video about normal PD? Oh, PD is not mistaken. It's called probability density. Is it called probability density? Normal probability density? Not sure. I don't want to tell something wrong. But just you never use normal PD. You only use the normal CD. But for PD, for binomial, yes, you can use both. Okay, binomial you can use PD and CD. Okay, when do you use PD? For binomial, right now I'm talking about binomial PD. You use for binomial PD when you get x is equals to 3, you will use binomial PD because there's no cumulative. If today binomial CD, if you got x is bigger than 3, something like this, then you will use CD. But this CD, the default, they will do something like x is less or equals to a lah. But you can use it to find when you have inequality sign, you will use CD. When you have equal sign, you use PD. Okay. So yep, I believe the Ludi actually asked how to find this value 0.0999. Okay, let's find 1.282, right? Okay, let's find from the table. Okay, you see the table here, you can only use this table in 2 conditions. When z is bigger than a, you can see you only take the left hand side half only. So this one must be bigger or bigger equal, and this one must be positive value. You must fulfill these 2 conditions, then only you can straight away find from the table without analyze the bell-shaped diagram, or else you will need to analyze the bell-shaped diagram first and solve a little bit, then only you find. So yeah, so this one you will find first 2 digit 1.2 first. 1.2 is here. 1.28, right? So 1.28 is roughly here. So right now I get 0.1003. Then 282, right? I still need to subtract some value. I need to subtract a 4 here. Do you see? Because I will see at the same row here. Yeah, I should be able to see this row, right? This one. So yeah, 1.282, right? So that's mean this one you need to minus a 4 as the last digit here. So if you minus, you should get 0.0999, isn't it? Yeah, this is how I get from the table. Okay, I hope this will help the Ludi. Okay, got it. Yep, any more question you want to ask me? Okay, is not mistaken because I have another Texas calculator. Because the Texas calculator, they write something like normal PDF one. So I believe the Casio normal PD is same with the normal PDF. This one is not mistaken, it's called probability density function. Yeah, so therefore that one, normal PD, I think also used for probability density function one. Should be the same lah. Okay, so but in SPM you never learn about density function, isn't it? So yeah, so this is a reason why you never use a normal PD lah. Okay, what is the time now? Okay, we can just go one more lah. Yeah, maybe we do the 10 also lah. Let's finish it. Okay, we have a vector. Okay, so AD is AX. Okay, A to D is AX. Okay, B to E is 3Y. This is 3Y. So BE over BC is 3 over 5, right? That means B to C is 5Y. So this one over here, C to E should be 2Y, right? Okay, you should know how to see the ratio thing, okay? Okay, then lastly, AD is ratio 2 and FE is ratio 1. FE is same with the AB, right? So if the whole thing here is ratio 2, basically 1 and 1, right? So yeah, B is the midpoint of AD lah. So the whole thing is AX, right? So become 4X and 4X lah. Okay, this is everything I get from the first sentence. Okay, so then now I will start the first part. Find AC. AC will be AB plus BC, right? So very easy. 4x plus 5y, right? Done. 3 mark. Okay. This one is because you want to solve it out lah. Okay, some student might think, sir, you just write one equation is 3 mark. No, you need to solve it out. How do you get 2y and 4x lah? Okay. So second one, 4 mark here. Find the value of k. All right. Fe extend to a point M such that Fn is A over 5 of Fe. Okay. Fm, so I'm going to extend to M. M maybe somewhere here. I just guess lah. Okay, so then Bm is KAC. So it's sort of parallel thing, isn't it? So basically they say this one is parallel to AC. Yeah, you should be able to see that seems like they're parallel, isn't it? Okay, so 5K. Alright, not very hard, but you need to think a little bit first. Okay, but it's a bit challenging if you have no idea how to start. This one, first thing is I need to make a connection between these two equations. Why I need a connection? Because I will need to substitute the equation into each other in order to find the k. So over here, if I see here, both also have some common letter, right? Both also have m. So I want something m here, which I think both of them can give me. Fm. I think Fm, I can say is Fe plus Em, right? Yeah. This one, if I say Fm is Fe plus Em, then I have Em here. Bm, can I say Be plus Em? Yes, can. Bm, I can say Be plus Em, right? Okay, why I want to do like that? If I make Em as a subject, right, you can see I can sub Em into the Em. So then I can easily solve the value of K. Okay, got it, huh? If got it, then I'm going to do here. So Fm equals to 8 over 5 Fe. Fe is 4x, right? 4x. So, and another equation, Bm is KAC. AC is 4x plus 5y, right? Just now we already get it. Okay. Now I want to expand this equation. This is Fe plus Em. This one equals to 32 over 5x. This one is Be plus Em is 4kx plus 5ky. Okay, so what is Fe again? Is 4x, right? 4x plus Em equals to 32 over 5x. Then I can get the Em as a subject. Minus 8, so it's 12 over 5x. Okay, you just simplify them, you should get about 12 over 5x. Then here, what is Be? Be, according to this diagram, Be is 3y, right? Okay, this is 3y plus Em equals to 4kx plus 5ky. So my Em here, I'm going to move the 3y to the other side, become minus 3y, right? So it should be 5k minus 3y. I factorize out the y lah. Okay, then right now I sub Em into Em. This is what I mean by connection. So when Em equals to Em, you can see I have 12 over 5x plus 0y, right? I don't have any y. The other side is 4kx plus 5k minus 3y. Okay, depend you want to compare x or y, both will give you the same result. But obviously I prefer compare the y because it's easy comparing the y. 5k minus 3 equals to 0, k equals to 3 over 5. Some student might worry, sir, are you sure comparing x will give me the same answer? Should give you the same answer, or else the equation is wrong. This is 12 over 5 equals to 4k, right? So k equals to 3 over 5. So no matter you compare x or y, both must always give you the same answer. Okay, so this is how I get the 4 mark here. 7 mark, nice. Okay, this question itself, I think they're trying to make some similar to k, but I would say the information is less accurate. I'm not a professional teacher, so I'm not criticizing the MRSM teacher, but I just think because normally when you give position vector, right, you literally need to tell us where is the origin. But because this question, they doesn't tell us the origin, so I literally, when I do this question, I do a little bit of testing myself to ensure the origin actually is the airport P. Maybe because they want to make a K-bar question, they want you to find out this one by yourself. I'm not sure. Okay, but let's have a look at this question. Okay, the airport Q is located at the north of P. So I assume this is P. North of P is here, right? This is due north, right? Okay. And then, and on the west of R. So yeah, so P is on the west of R. This is R, right? So west. Just in case some students have no idea, this is north, east, south, west. So you can see P is at the west of R, right? And Q is at the north of P, right? Make sense? Okay, so I hope it makes sense to you. Huh? And then the bearing of R from P. Job. The Q is located north of the P. Oh, and this N is for the Q. Sorry. My R should be higher. R, because this N is continuous one. Is airport Q is on the west of R. Okay. Then, oops. Oh, what happened to my thing? Where's my calculator? Okay. Then the bearing out from P is 36. So the bearing out from P. So basically here should be 36.87 degree. Okay, out from P. Okay. An airplane is travel from the airport P. So you travel from the airport P to the airport R. You're going to travel to the R with the position vector of 900i and 1200z. So I assume the position vector, this one here is 900 and 1200. So over here, if this position vector is correct, right, that means you should be able to see a triangle. That means this 900 is here, right? 1200 is this one, right? So therefore, I quickly do a shift tangent to see whether this theta is correct or wrong. So basically, I have something like this, right? 900, 1200. I want to check this theta. Is it 36.87? So I will do an inverse tangent to get the theta, right? I will do inverse tangent of opposite over adjacent, isn't it? So let's do it. Shift tangent, 900 over 1200. So it's 36.87, right? So therefore, because if they say this is position vector, so I know the position vector must be relative to the origin. So therefore, I will just assume this one at the point P itself is the origin. So which is the position vector of P is 0, 0 lah. Basically, is 0i or 0j and 0j. So it makes sense to make R become 900i and 1200j. And I also assume this position vector is in km. Yeah, because they doesn't tell us anything about the position vector. They just say 900 and 1200. Is it meter? Is it centimeter? Is it mile? We do not know. But over here, we just assume it's km lah. Alright, or else this question, we need to stop there already. So yeah, we assume it's a km. So after he traveled to the R already, after that the airplane continued travel to the S, to the airport S, which is located 3000 on the north of the P. So yeah, we have somewhere here is S. So which is continue here. So if you assume this is 1002, so you can use 3000 minus 1002. So we know Q to S is about another 1008, right? So therefore, it's actually continue travel like this. So you travel, then it continue travel to the S. It's 3000 on the north of the P, right? And they take 2 hours. So this 2 hours, in 2 hours. So I think this in 2 hours is time from R to S, is 2 hours. Okay, because they said after that, so they spend 2 hours. Okay, now they ask us to find the speed of the airplane after leaving the R. So yeah, if you figure out, then it's not too hard. We just solve this triangle lah. So this is 900, this is 1800. We just need to find the length of hypotenuse, right? So it's 1800 square plus 900 square. This is the distance, right? This is the distance. Since we have the time equal to 2, right? Then we can find the speed. Speed equals to distance over time, isn't it? Okay, yeah, then we got the answer. So yeah, the speed is 1000. I don't know the unit because normally for plane we will use the K naught to represent the speed. But here maybe I use km per hour. Yeah, because for plane normally the distance, or they say km per hour, right? Yeah, km per jump. Yeah, because for plane normally we use nautical mile to measure the distance, isn't it? But it doesn't matter lah. We don't need so many common sense for this question. Yeah, means we don't want to use so many common sense, yeah, or else we'll make this question very confused. So this is the reason why I hope we provide like more accurate, more information, to make this question make more sense. All right, so let's continue. Last question of today, 10. I'm not going to sketch, and this one the accidentally sketch for us, so it doesn't matter. I just teach you how to solve lah. Okay, so this table have the x and y table, you can see, and we have one equation, and they ask us to plot 1 over y and 1 over y again x, right? So basically you need to form one more table, which is 1 over y. So basically how to find 1 over y, you 1 divided by 0.9. This one you 1 divided by 0.5 and so on. Okay, you find the table yourself. I guess you will get 1 to 2 mark. Maybe 1 mark only. Alright, so then you plot it. So in this case, they already tell you they want the graph is 1 over y against x. So therefore, you just plot accordingly. Then you should get a line like this, maybe. Okay, but what I really want to teach you is B. Another 6 mark over there. So we have this equation, y equals to d over 2x minus f. So then they ask us to find the y value when x equal to this one and find d and f. So we need to make this one into the linear form, which is y equals mx plus c lah. So I want to get 1 over y. This is y over 1, right? I'm going to flip over the equation. So this is 1 over y equals to 2x minus f divided by d. So this is 1 over y over 2 over dx. I split the fraction, minus f over d. Do you see? Right now I have my y, this is my m, and my c. So from here, if the question asks about, okay, what happened when x equals to 8? Then you just find x equals to 8 from the table. But here I can show you using this one. When x equals to 8, you just find the x here. Then you read from here. So this one, maybe they get about 2.6. Example, you get 2.6 here. But remember, you don't write the y as a 2.6 because this 1 over y, right? So 1 over y equals to 2.6. Then your y should be 1 over 2.6. Okay, you must do extremely careful. Yeah, so you can write fraction or you want to write decimal also can. 0.385. Okay, then in order to find the d and f, we know our c is this one. So I want to find m first lah. Gradient is 2 over d, right? So for gradient here, you just need to take 2 coordinates from here lah. So m equals to 2 over d. So 2 over d, I just take any 2 coordinates. Let's say I take first 2 lah. So what is 1 divided by 0.9? Okay, this is 1.11. This is 2, right? Okay. So I will just say 2 minus 1.11 over the x is what? The x is 6.4 minus 4.4. Okay, I use the gradient formula. So 2 minus 1.11 over 6.4 minus 4.4 is 2 lah. So this is my gradient. So 2 over d equals to 0.445. Then d will equals to 2 divided by 0.445, right? 2 divided by my answer. Yeah, my d right now is 4.494. Okay, so after I got the d already, then I finally can find the f. Yeah, f I will use the my y-intercept. My y-intercept here from reading is negative 0.8, right? So here I'm going to say negative f over d equals to negative 0.8. And negative I cancel out. F I want to find, D I have already 4.494. 494 equals to 0.8. Then I can solve my F right now by take this number multiply 0.8. So it's 3.596. Okay, so this is how we get the F and D by doing the gradient and the vertical intercept from the graph. Okay, so quite a loss of mark. It's 10 mark question for the linear law. So this is the reason why I always tell all my online students linear law is a must do question because it's very easy. Should I do one more? So many questions. Okay, let's do the last one. Then I only consider next classes I want to do section C or not. Yeah, let's finish the last one here. Okay. 11. The Amrin participates in a workshop to build a geometry model. He has been given a piece of the wire to make a cuboid shaped box frame. So the volume of the box is 375 centimeter cube, and the base length of the box must be twice its base width. Alright. By taking the base width of the box as x, show that the length of the wire is 12x plus 750 over x squared. Alright, so I will assume, yeah, he's going to build the frame look like this lah. Okay, I'm trying to draw the cuboid. No, I want to make this one shorter, make this one longer. Okay, so this is the frame of the cuboid, and definitely we have some base here lah. Not so nice. Let me make it nicer a little bit. Okay, so this one is the base width, and this one is the base length, and this one is the height, right? Okay, so we have the volume is 375. Since the question say the base width is x and length is double of it, right? It's not mistaken. Yeah, the base length is twice the base width. So this one should be 2x. The height is unknown. I'm going to call it h. So at least right now, I know 2x multiply x multiply h equals to 375, right? This is how we get the volume. So h should be 375 divided by 2x squared. Okay. Then, because you can see all the yellow line here actually is from a piece of wire, and then I bend the wire until I get the frame. So therefore, the length of the wire is a p. So therefore, right now, my p, how many 2x? Here is 2x also, right? Here is x also, right? So bottom is 2x plus 2x plus x plus x is 6x. So definitely for top, I have another 6x, right? 2x, 2x, x, and x. So plus another 6x. And then how many height do I have? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 height, right? Plus 4 height. So therefore, the length of the wire should be 12x plus 4h. And I have my h, right? 375 over 2x squared. This one and this one I simplify. This is 12x plus 750 over x squared. Shown. Because they asked us to show the length of the wire, P, is this equation, right? Then I just show. Alright, done part A. 3 mark. Find the value of x that makes the value P is the shortest. Shortest is sort of the minimum, right? So I know dp dx must equal to 0. And then hence calculate the value of P. So they want to know how long is the wire. This one they want, part A they want to find x, part 2 they want to find P. 5 mark, not bad. Given that the price of a meter of the wire is what, this one later, C is later. Okay, so let's differentiate first. dp dx equals to 0. So if I differentiate this one, I should get 12 minus 1500 over x cubed equals to 0. Just differentiate it carefully. Then 12 equals to 1500 over x cubed. Then x cubed equals to 1500 divided by 12. Then x equals to cube root of it. So cube root of 1500 over 12. So it's 5. Okay, I got the x already. Remember part 2 they asked us to find p. So p equals to 12.5 plus 750 over 5 square. So 60 plus 750 divided by 25, right? 90 centimeter. Okay, so that means the minimum length here, based on my finding, is 90 cm. Right now, part C. Given the price of 1 meter of the wire is 1 ringgit 80 cent, how much should the organizer of the workshop need to spend for 30 participants? So you just assume one participant you will need 90 centimeter, right? So 90 times 30, I will have about 2700 centimeter. Convert to meter is about 27 meter, right? Each meter I will spend 1 ringgit 80 cent, right? So I have 27 meter, I multiply 1.8. Yeah, total money the organizer needs to spend is 48 ringgit 60 cent. Done. 2 mark. Okay, so yeah, I would say it's quite easy if you know how to do. But the good thing about this kind of question is a lot of students might not able to do part A, but you can still use the equation of the part A to continue to get the answer of B and C. Because if part A you can't do, basically you can't form the equation, but you can still get the continuous 7 mark here, you know. So for this kind of question, I mean, don't give up. Unless you have really no interest in the differentiation, or you are very weak in this topic, then you might need to give up. Alright, so the section C, maybe next week I will choose like 2 questions for the section C here, before I work together with the another paper one. I'm not sure, a lot of students tell me Kedah one is quite hard, so I will just check out the Kedah one. And let's see lah. I will just try to find one more harder paper to discuss the paper one. But I will announce at my YouTube lah. So yeah, I see we have about 30 students stay until the end. Yeah, I hope you can help me to click like and even share this video to your friend. I really appreciate that. So yep, and if you want to join the membership, yeah, feel free to join because it's only 40 ringgit per month. Yeah, we will discuss more paper on every Thursday, 8 to 9:30. Alright, so yeah, I will see all of you next Wednesday. Wish you all the best and good night. Bye bye.